Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna improve on something that's already really good. But see, here's the thing, right? The problem is, it's not the manufacturer's fault, but it's just how economy works. So, if you look at something like some jigs, okay? So in this instance, we're looking at the Major Craft jigpara 15 grams. Okay, so you have a perfectly good jig. The problem is this assist hook actually could be better, could be done better. For one, this is a kind of a long jig, and then if you look at the assist hook and the treble hook, they don't match. Meaning the treble hook is actually kind of big. And then this hook right here is kind of small. Now, I betcha if you take a 10-gram jigpara and then fit this on that, this hook would be perfect. Basically, what that means is just because of the economy, having a hook made specifically for the 15-gram isn't really going to work. It's going to come out expensive. So a lot of companies actually do that. So instead of, there's a 5-gram difference, obviously, especially with the long one or the slim one, there's going to be a difference, okay? And I'm not saying that, Major Craft is bad for doing that. It's just how things are, okay? And to help this become an even better lure, let's go ahead and actually make it better. Okay, so firstly, to match this hook right here, we need to look at, say, a size of hook that would be the same width as the treble hooks. Now I'm gonna bring you guys in as per usual so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so just like that. And then you'll see, okay? So first, we look for a hook that's actually of high quality because we're gonna custom make it, right? So this is one of these, okay? This is the JF42 from Owner. And then if you look, if you put this hook right here beside the treble, you'll see that the widths actually match up, okay? The widths actually match up. So technically these two hooks are the same, have the same gape size. Okay? Again, you don't have to, if you don't want to, you don't have to modify the hook or the jig for that matter for this, okay? You don't have to. But what I'm after for myself, I don't know if you guys share the same, what do you call this? The same opinion, is that we're here to make things better. Okay, so stock hooks, they're stock hooks. They work great. They're balanced and everything, but we can make something better. And that is the object of this exercise. Also, if you noticed, this is too short, okay? And what we're gonna do is actually make it so that it sits better, just like that, okay? Right there. So a little bit longer, and to make it a bit more high quality, what we're gonna do also is add a solid ring. We're still gonna retain the flash, okay? We're still gonna retain the flash. So what we're gonna do is actually tie this hook upside down just like that, okay? And obviously, since this has flash, we're also gonna put flash, but again, we're gonna do it custom, okay? Custom. When you're making your own, you can do all these things, okay? So that's exactly what we're gonna do here. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This channel talks about the hows and whys of fishing. We cover everything from big game, ultralight, everything in the middle, including fly fishing. And today, we are making a better assist hook for this particular jig. And this jig is the Jigpara Micro 15 grams from Major Craft. And we are going to make a better assist hook, a better version of the assist hook that comes with a jig. Obviously, this will be custom, and it should be, by rights, 10 times better than what you get in the packet. Not that there's something wrong, but if you do something that's purpose built, of course it's going to be better. Of course it's going to be better. Especially if you're the one making it, obviously you have the control. So what we're doing is we put a base layer of thread so that things don't slip. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is take 85-pound test. This is actually marine black. Okay? And this is number 10. It's 85 pounds, so it's not going anywhere. Okay? Again, this is custom. So, you can do whatever you want. You can do it better than stock, of course. So, that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be doing things better than stock. Okay? So, first we have to prepare this, and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing here after I'm done, because this part is actually not that easy to do in the camera. Okay, so basically, okay, what we're doing here is just tying a knot. Okay, just so we have a stopper. Okay. Okay, so hold on here. Okay, that's too short, so I'm gonna have to adjust this. It's just a basic overhand, but the tricky bit here is that you have to size it correctly, because the length is what you're after. Okay, so the length is kind of tricky for this, and what we want is for this whole thing to be just right. Remember, when you're doing something, something like this, obviously that's kind of the whole point of this is it being better than what it came with. You have to make the steps as perfect as possible. So what you want is for this knot to be as low profile as possible. And to do that, what we need to do is to really compress that knot. And what I'm doing here is I'm tightening that knot with a flat nose pliers pair right there. Okay, now we have tightened one side. So now we'll pull from the other side, compress that knot further. Okay, so right there, that's as small as we can do for this, and then we cut it. Okay, cut it pretty close, because the next step is we're gonna have to burn that end. Okay, so cut the tag. See, scissors can't cut it. Okay, so we're cutting this. Then we take a lighter, okay, and then just burn off. What's happening here? There we go. We burn it so that it is Clean. Now, install it. Spirals. Adjust. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. And then spiral back. So that knot becomes a stopper. Okay, there we go. Now, instead of actually flipping this over and putting flash on this side, we'll put the flash here. And I'll show you why in a bit, okay? So right now we're gonna prepare. This isn't even fishing, what do you call this? It's actually from a bookstore. I saw it, it's Crystal Flash. It's the same material, but they sell it for something else. So I just said like, hey, you know what? I can use that. So I took some. Okay, now here's the thing, yeah? And you have to keep this in mind. Okay, something that you have to keep in mind. It's very easy to overdo this. Okay, so as you can see here, it's very sparse. And that's exactly what we're gonna do here as well. Okay, so we have that and then just double it. Okay, so we have the length, not too long. Okay, like so. Not too long. And we will tie. And having all of these on the top like that. Okay, now pull a little bit. There we go. And as you can see, that's equal. And what we want is for the strands to be shorter. As you can see here, this one's kind of long. And I tie mine quite short. And I'll explain that in a bit. But, boom, just like that. Okay? And then, move. Now, if it gets cut, don't worry, don't panic. It happens. Even with braid, as you can see. I kind of torqued on this too strong here. Okay. All we have to do is just see. Okay. Now we take this, tighten. Okay. We pull the thread, tighten. Okay. Tighten both threads, as you can see there. Okay, I'm holding that, and then go over like so, and then just continue. Okay, so let's do that again. Okay, I don't wanna waste a lot of the thread here because it's actually pretty good thread, pretty good braid, I should say. Okay, so just like that, what we'll do is hold the thread like so, and then wind back, as you can see there, and then just cut the excess, and then we're back in business again. Right now, just with this, what we need to do is actually hold these fibers in position. Okay, there we go. So I want it to be like that for a very good reason. Okay, so basically what happens here is when this falls, this flips over, and then the point is always up. It's an anti-snag rigging for this. Before you tighten, make sure to put in a little bit of super glue. Just to wet things so that There we go. So that it doesn't unravel. Actually, dried crystal right there. Okay. So it makes this whole assembly strong. Okay. Now, all we have to do is just fill up the gaps so that the super glue actually goes in to the bind and it fuses. Okay. Just like that. Now, endeavor to make a very slim binding. You don't want that fat. Okay. So just close that like so. Okay. Then we cut. Now there's a bit of an allowance for this one, and that's by design. Okay, so just because remember we're gonna install a solid ring on this, and what will happen is that overall this whole assembly is going to be quite strong. So even if you catch in something that's quite sizable, this will not fall apart. So this is basically how you use small stuff like this 15-gram jig to catch something big. Basically what we're doing is just making this bomb-proof. Okay, so you don't have to do this. I do it because I can't wait. Okay, but ideally, just to make it clean, after you do this, you put this somewhere where there's no air movement, and what happens is it dries pretty slick. Now, because of this, what happens is that when you drop the jig, okay, this will flip over because this creates drag. So this flips over, and while the jig is falling, the point is not going to be point down as it usually would because that's the heavy bit. So this flash actually flips it over like that, and that's why I positioned it there as well. That way it will flip over and it puts the eye or the point of the hook away from the snags. Okay, now we take our ring, okay, and then we just install it. So basically what we need to do is do I'll show you in a bit what I'm doing here. So it's the same as with the slow jigging hooks that we do. So we will do one over like a knot, okay, like so, and then we will turn, okay, turn this forward and then put that back in on itself again, like so. All right, now there we go. Okay, and then we tighten it. So basically, with this right here, you have a very strong hook, and not only that, this hook is PTFE coated. Okay, so with me, what that means is that when the fish bites, there's no resistance because of the slick surface. It's just gonna go through. Okay, now one last step that we need to take, although we don't really need to do this, but it just makes it look nicer, in my opinion, okay, is to actually bind it a little bit. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna move right here because my monitor is right there and I don't want to accidentally break it. Okay, so what I need to do here is to put a few wraps. Okay, like that, and then like a PR knot, we're gonna put like a sleeve. Okay, like that. Just makes it cleaner. Okay, there we go. And then close the knot. Like so. And then we cut the tags. And then you'll see that it's going to look very, very clean. And it makes the whole thing actually quite strong. Okay, so that's thread right there. And then almost hit. Cut myself there. Okay. So it looks like that. Okay, the whole thing looks like that. It's super, super clean. Okay. Yes. If you're asking, yes, we're putting super glue, of course. Okay. Put that there. Wow. The tip actually closed up on us. Okay, there we go. There's still a bit. There's something wrong with this thing. Okay. There we go. Oh, what happened here? Okay. There we go. Okay. See that? Again, because I need to show you guys this. Otherwise, I would just let it hang. Just need to zap it. Okay. That is it. All right. Now, we put it on the jig. And then I can show you exactly how it looks like after. Okay. Now, this is a fast jig. So, it would make sense to actually have a ring there so that you can attach your line. Okay, so basically looks like this. Yeah, that is it. Now, if there's a bigger fish, I mean, if you're going offshore or even casting from shore, you know, you have something like this, and it just makes your hook up ratio a bit more. Now, if we compare where it sits now to where it sat before. Let's look for that here. Okay, so it used to sit here. See, it used to sit here. So the difference is actually quite big. Okay, let me show you. This is the hook. It's pretty small. See, it used to sit there, and that difference, the difference with the with this hook, okay, is quite big. Your hookup ratio is going to be quite higher, and your holding is going to be even more. Okay, plus you don't snag as much, and this hook matches with this hook for a better overall balance system. Yeah, I mean, just the hooking part, most importantly, and the holding part is better. Okay, so there we go, an improvement on the stock hooks. Up to you to change the trebles or not, but for me, I would actually change it. And then what I could do is actually put a better split ring there as well, and you will have an even better jig, okay, or a better system. Now here's the thing, I won't probably change this because I rely on the assist hook more than I do with the treble. In fact, I could just take the treble and not worry about it after. Alrighty, so there we go. That is our improved micro shore jigging rig for the Jigpara 15. And this is the slim version. Could also do this with the wider version. Okay, that's it. Now, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section. Alrighty, that's it for now. Thanks so much for being with me and hanging out on this video. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section. If you haven't yet and you want to learn more, click on that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends so that they will also learn how to upgrade. And there's a lot of videos to share and learn from in the channel as well. So either you share this video or share the channel. Alrighty, if you want to support me, what I do, and help grow this channel, go ahead and click on that join button. Alrighty, that is it for now. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.